and Megawide and MWM President Manuel Louis B. Ferrer. Gentlemen, please step forward for the unveiling of the marker. Another historic period completed and inaugurated under the Duterte administration. Thank you very much, President Duterte. And now we will proceed to the tour of the terminal with Executive Secretary Medellidea and Secretary Tugade. They will be briefed by Chairman Saavedra and Mr. Louis Ferrer.
ikaw ang mamulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim na kahapon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago. Masdan mo ang paligid, alamak mga krimen, rape, droga at mga nakawan, dapat nang mapigilan. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated.
Why am I here? I am here because I love
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today for the inauguration of the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange. To welcome everyone present here today, we would like to request our Secretary of Department of Transportation, Secretary Arthur P. Tugade, to give his welcome remarks.
Ang ating pinakamamahal na Pangulo, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Good afternoon, sir. The management and honors of Megawide, our friends Edgar and Louis, good afternoon. My fellow servants in government, mga mahal namin na kapwa Pilipino, ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon o sa inyong lahat. Today is a really beautiful day. It's beautiful because we are all gathered to celebrate a beautiful affair. The inauguration of the PITS, the first ever of its kind, bus terminal in the Republic of the Philippines. It is a beautiful affair being celebrated on a beautiful day and attended by beautiful people, headed no less than by our own respected President of the Republic, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. But before we get immersed in the celebration of this beautiful structure, let me just walk you through to certain two realities that involves and predicate the inauguration of what we are doing right now. Reality number one, totoo ho na hindi ang administrasyon na ito ang nagumpisa nitong proyektong ito. Totoo rin ho na nung nagumpisa tayo noong 2016, ang strukturang ito ay almost on ground zero. At totoo na ngayon, barely 2 years ago, we are celebrating a beautiful structure, the first of its kind in the Republic of the Philippines. Kung meron hong airport, meron hong seaport, meron din ho namang landport. Ito ho ang kauna-unahang landport sa Republika, na kung saan the predicates of comfortability, safety, and security of the passenger is paramount. Na kung saan sinusunod natin yung kautusan ng ating Pangulo, give the Filipinos a taste of a comfortable life. Ito ho yung katotohanan na namumutawi sa ating selebrasyon ngayon. Hindi tayo ang nag-umpisa, pagkat noon hindi halos inumpisahan. Tayo ho nagtapos because meron ho tayong political will upang tapusin ang proyektong kagaya nito. Nagpapasalamat ho kami sa mga businessmen na kagaya ng Megawide sa pamunuan ni Ginoong Saavedra at ni Ginoong Ferrer. At nagpakita yung kanilang trust and confidence sa ating Pangulo upang nang sa gayon ay bigyan kabuhayan ang isang facility at struktura na magbibigay ng comfort sa ating mga mananakay na Filipino. Reality number 2. Alam niyo ho, nung inumpisahan namin ito, binigyan ko ito ng notice to proceed noong Oktubre 2016. There were only 3 cranes that were operating. At talagang wala ho. Wala. And I talked with Louis and Edgar and I said, let's meet, let's talk. Because I want a cuts-up plan on this project. And I tell you very candidly and unequivocally that if you do not live up to the cuts-up plan, I will enforce the provisions of the contract. Marami ho kaming usapan, marami ho kaming pinagtalunan, at pagdating ng panahon, nagkasundo, kaya nga ba natapos ang istrukturang ito. Nagkaroon ng mutual trust and respect. Nagkaroon ng paniniwala sa bawat isa. Natapos ang proyekto. That is reality number 1. Reality number 2. Alam niyo po ba na yung nakaraang kontrata na pinirmahan nung nakaraang administrasyon, meron hong agreement na kung saan ang gobyerno ay magbabayad sa Megawide ng 100 million a year for the next 35 years. Tawag ho nila dito, sir, annual grantor's fee. Nakausap ko si Louis at si Edgar at sabi ko, this is totally not acceptable to me. We try to remove this burden on government and we will resume the negotiation. Mahaba rin ho yung usapan at naging usapan, ngunit dumating ang panahon na nag-agree. Pumayag ho ang Megawide na hindi na mangongolekta na 100 million a year grantor's fee in the next 35 years. That saves the government a cash flow of 3.5 billion. Ito ho yung bagong template na kung saan inuumpisahan ng administrasyon Duterte na kung gusto nyo yung negosyong ganito, pwede ba huwag nyo naman i-burden yung government na maniningil pa kayo ng annual grantor's fee. Sabihin ko na lang ho na meron pa isang proyekto na ganito na ganun din ang kondisyon na kung saan magbabayad ang gobyerno sa kanila ng 270 million a year for the next 35 years. Napawave ho natin din yon. Kaya nga ho sa proyektong ganito na tinatawag kong bagong template, this administration under the leadership of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, nag-save ho tayo by just negotiating with them. Nag-save ho tayo, Mr. President, sa cash flow ng gobyerno to no less than 13 billion pesos. Palakpak kayo ng palakpak dyan, hindi pa tapos. Ito ho yung karagdagan. Ang sabi ko, may pasilidad kayo na ganito, lalago at gaganda yung real estate dimensions nyo. Pwede ho ba paambagin nyo yung gobyerno at bigyan nyo sila ng parte sa kikitahin nyo sa rentable income. Pumayag ho sila at magbibigay sila ng 2% share of the rentable income dito sa proyektong ito at ganun din po sa kabila. Ano ho ang ibig sabihin nito? Ang gobyerno sa pagbibigay ng kanyang approval sa mga proyektong ito ay makikisabay sa kita ng mga negosyante at ang negosyante pumayag na makisabay ang gobyerno. Imagine ninyo ho na yung kaban ng bayan ay magiging komportable in the tune of 13 billion because of the annual grantor's fee that is waived and in the tune of an amount is still determinable in the percentage of 2% of rentable income. Hindi ho ako pumayag sa usapang percentage of gross income or percentage ng net income pagkat alam ko na pag yan ay ginawa, baka tapos na ho itong termino, nag-uusap pa ho tayo kung anong isasama at i-deduct sa gross or sa net. Kaya nga sabi ko, gawin natin simple. A percentage of the rentable income. Pumayag din ho sila. Kaya nga ba, kung komportable ang ibibigay natin sa mga mananakay na Pilipino, binibigyan din ho natin ng comfort at comfortability ang kaban ng bayan. This is what the exercise is all about today. Mr. President, you have here a facility that is world-class. Never before has this been done in the Republic. So world-class that there are facilities that are beneficial to senior citizens like me and to persons with disability and as well. Meron pang, alam mo dito, meron pang nursing room. Meron pang kwarto rito para sa mga bata. Lahat ng pasilidades sa technology nandito. You can measure the move in and move out of vehicle on real time because everything is technologically dictated. Mr. President, when I assume yung pagkakalihim ng kagawaran ng transportasyon, sabi niyo po sa akin, Art, just do everything and anything that can be done to give the Filipino a comfortable life. And Art, be sure there is no corruption. Mr. President, today we celebrate a beautiful project, seeking to provide comfort to the Filipino mananakay. And at the same time, Mr. President, I assure you there is no corruption involved in completing this project. This is a beautiful day indeed, celebrating a beautiful project in the presence of beautiful people, headed no less than by our own President, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. It's a beautiful day, and we welcome you all.
Thank you very much, Secretary Tugade. At this point, to speak about the PITX as the country's first land port and their company's commitment to engineering a first world Philippines, may we call on Megawide Chairman, Mr. Edgar Saavedra.
Good afternoon. President Rodrigo Duterte and honored guests, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the country's first land port, the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or PTEX. Finally, we will have the first world intermodal transport facility for our country, with a total of 75,000 square meters, big enough to handle 1,000 buses and 200,000 passengers daily. Mr. President, lahat po ito ng bus at iba pang provincial transport mula sa buong Cavite at Southwest Batangas ay dito na titigil sa PITX para hindi na sila kailangan pumasok pa ng Metro Manila. Kasama na rin dito ang ating mga city buses, jeepneys, UV Express at taxis mula Metro Manila at dito na rin titigil. PITX was envisioned by the DOTR to help ease traffic congestion in Metro Manila. Pero hindi lang po ito ang ating bibigyan ng solusyon, Mr. President. pati na rin ang commuting experience ng ating mga pasahero. Kanina, napadaan po ako sa lugar ng Baclaran. Kitang-kita ko kung papaano ang gulo at sistema sa hirap ng mga tao sa kanilang pagsakay. Maraming mga publikong sasakyan ang nagbababa ng pasahero sa gitna ng kalsada at ang mga kawawang pasahero naman naghahabol at nag-uunahan sa sasakyan. Naniniwala po ako ng pangunguna ni Secretary Tugade at ng DOTR na sa tulong ng ating mga LGU, MMDA, LTFRB, at iba pang transport agencies, enforcers like MMDA, at pati na rin ang ating mga bus operators, makakapagbigay tayo ng solusyon sa ganitong mga pangyayari sa loob ng inyong administrasyon. Nagsisimula po tayo ngayon sa pamamagitan ng PITX. Nagkaroon po kami ng pag-uusap kasama ang transport operators at ang mga LGU natin tungkol sa terminal. Kami po ay lubos natutuwa nung narinig namin na malakas ang kanilang pagsuporta sa build ng ating administrasyon dahil alam nilang ito ay makakatulong sa pagbawas ng trapiko at sa ikakabuti ng ating mamamayan. Pati rin po sa private sector, napakalakas ng suporta para sa BBB. Kasama rin po natin ngayon ang ating mga transport at private sectors allies, ang mga investors at business partners ng PITX. Kami po ay sumusuporta sa mga ganitong klaseng proyekto sapagkat naniniwala kami sa vision ng inyong administrasyon. We Filipino companies remain committed to sharing our capabilities, Mr. President, and we hope that more Filipino companies who are full of promise and nationalism will also have the chance to partner with you in other infrastructure projects so that they can gain first-hand experience and have the chance to give back to the country. I sincerely believe that if all of us from the private sectors, transport partners, and even motorists work together in support of our government's vision, we can not only solve traffic or make commuting easier, we can also achieve a friendlier, first world Philippines. Salamat at magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Chairman Saavedra. And to give us an idea on why PITX is known as the Friendly Terminal, may we request the President of MWM Terminals, Mr. Louis Ferrer, for the project briefing.
President Rodrigo Duterte and other esteemed guests from the government and private sectors, friends, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange or PTEX, ang inyong friendly terminal. Just like our Mactan Cebu International Airport, PTEX is a project that is very close to my heart. Alam niyo po kasi, I was once a regular commuter. Especially when I was running a small photocopying business together with our Megawaid chairman, Edgar Saavedra, back when we were students at De La Salle. Traveling around Metro Manila, maybe 25 years ago, was still bearable. Ngayon po, ibang-iba na ang sitwasyon. It's totally a different story. While working on this project, in January 2018, we gathered the sentiments of the public about their daily commute. Mr. President and members of the transport industry, please allow me to share with you 5 statements that struck us the most during our passenger studies that made us promise to deliver the best land port in the Philippines. Number 1, mapapanganak ka sa pila o sa walang pila. This is from a pregnant woman who had to stand in long lines, sometimes for 2 hours. Number 2, magkaka-appendicitis sa pagtitiis ng CR, especially for women and for transgenders who don't like to use a restroom due to cleanliness issues and discrimination. Number 3, na-hold up at nanakawan ng ilang beses. Phoebe keeps cash in her underwear to ensure she still has some cash after every hold-up. Di natanggap sa trabaho. Chris said he missed some interviews due to commuting because the travel times were delayed and unreliable. And number 5, di na nakikita ang mga anak. A mother who leaves extra early to avoid the morning rush, and by the time she gets home, her kids are already asleep. Friends, Mr. President, aside from the issues mentioned, the greatest problem our commuters identified is a hassle on connectivity or getting to their destination with so much inconvenience. They don't get proper travel schedules, they stand in line for hours in open terminals, and sometimes they get sick because rain or shine, nababasa rin po sila. They run after jeepneys or buses, elbowing out of the way other commuters. Sometimes people don't care whether you're pregnant or with disability. They just have to take that ride too. Walang kaibigan pag-agawan na sa bus. This experience is even compounded by the long hours stuck in Metro Manila traffic. Yung mga buses po kasi na hindi na classified as in-city buses, yun pong buses outside Metro Manila, usually malalaki po sila. Kaya when they enter the metro and converge with in-city modes of transportation like city buses, private cars, taxis, they add to the metro's traffic congestion. Marami rin po silang stop points. Kaya when they enter the metro, usually konti na lang ang sakay nila. That's why it's not efficient for them to enter Metro Manila because of our traffic situation. Buti lang po, inaayos ngayon ng DOTR, LTFRB, MMDA at mga LGUs by identifying the vehicles that are allowed to enter the metro. Friends, in many countries like New York, for example, transfers between in and outside city transport are organized in one location, which works to decongest vehicle traffic in the cities. They've gone through the same traffic problems that we're having now, and we can learn from the solutions they're implementing. Kahit mukhang nahuhuli tayo, ngayon ay ginagawa na natin ang paraan. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to take you through one of the solutions that the Duterte administration, in another partnership with Megawide, will deliver. PTEX is the Philippines' first land port. It's a one-stop shop for the connections you need from the southwest of Metro Manila, like Cavite and Batangas, going into the metro and vice versa. In partnership with the Department of Transportation, LTFRB, MMDA, local government units, and our transport partners, PTEX ensures that your connection can be found here, whether by bus, jeepney, shuttle, taxi, or a future connection to LRT Line 1. PTEX is like an airport, but on land. We have ample seating, air conditioning, and passenger facilities such as clean washrooms and even shower rooms, plus F&B and retail options. Before we move on to our video clip about PTEX, I'd like to say that it's not every day we are given the chance to help make life better for our fellow Filipinos. Many do not have the kind of opportunity that the people in this room do, whether in public service, finance, media, to make the Philippines more inclusive and a chance to make it a first world country. We Filipinos deserve a better Philippines, and someday, a first world Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, I'm proud to give you a glimpse of PTEX, ang inyong friendly terminal. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, President Ferrer. At this juncture, may we call on Executive Secretary Salvador Medialda to introduce our guest of honor.
Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. Ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, si Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Salamat po. Kindly sit down and thank you for your courtesy. Ang wish ko po naman sana ang mag-introduce sa akin, yung babae naka-blue dyan sa left side. Kasi I think I have met her during the inauguration of the Cebu airport. And at the time, I approached you and asked you if you're single. And you told me na mag-asawa ka na. Natuloy na po. Sayang. She's a Visayan, actually. Sa Cebu ko na kilala. Wala ka ng mga kapatid o youngest ka? Apat pa? Kailan tayo magpunta ng Cebu? Magawa ka ng problema noon. Well, anyway, Executive Secretary Salvador Medialda, Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugadi, and other members of the Cabinet, Mr. Edgar Saavedra, Chairman and CEO, Megawide Corporation, Mr. Manuel Luis Ferrer, President, Megawide and Walter Mart Terminal Incorporated, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Ano ang sabi ni Secretary Tugade? Walang korupsyon yan. If I may, without any offending anybody, any of you, tanong eleksyon ang contribution nila na binigay sa akin, hindi ko tinanggap. Just to tell you, any tales can be weaved around a certain contract or the winning contractor. Sabihin ko sa inyo, a lot of them, isa na sila, hindi ako tumatang. Sabi ko, it's okay. Maybe with a shoestring budget, I can make it. Para maklaro lahat. So I am impressed, I am proud na ginawa nila itong magandang structure. And it will serve the Filipino, and that is what's very important to me. It is not how you relate to me in the past. I am not concerned with that because nandito na ako. And my only dream is for my country. Whether you believe it or not, yan talaga, country first. And magsabi si Tugade that there is no corruption. I believe him. Do you know why? He was the valedictorian sa klase namin sa law school. And he was a member of the debating team of San Beda. Kaya kanina, he was arguing with himself. Sabi ko, medyo mahaba ito but that is Tugade. At nung kinuha ko siya, he was already a billionaire. Mayaman na yan. Nag-i-eskwela pa kami. He was already a top executive of a big company. No wonder that after we graduated, parted to pursue our endeavors in life, he ended up one of the millionaires. Well, of course, Secretary Villar, wala ka rin masabi because multi-billionaire naman yan siya. Si Panelo is not a millionaire, or multi-billionaire or billionaire. He is a debonair of the cabinet. If you talk about sartorial elegance, then we have one for that. At yung namang kinakalukuhan ng mga babae, itong si Secretary Andanar. Sabi ko, matanda naman yan at wala namang yung, but a lot of girls would really, pag nandyan, saan si, sige, diyan kayo. Sabi ko, matanda na yan. And who is this here? Si Danny Lim sa ating Metro Manila office. Who else? I'd like to all the beautiful people in this room. Nagmamadali ka kasi. I congratulate the Department of Transportation for our private partner, MWM Terminals Incorporated, for the inauguration of the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or PITX, as the first integrated and multimodal terminal in southwestern part of Metro Manila. PITX is a landmark project, a land port that feels and functions like an airport. It's one of the three model terminals to be developed by the government in cooperation with the private sector. This will offer passengers a safer, state-of-the-art, and convenient terminal experience that will hopefully contribute in addressing traffic congestion in Metro Manila. This will help ease traffic by limiting provincial buses plying Metro Manila roads, specifically along Rojas Boulevard and the EDSA Taft area. It will also serve as a transfer point between the provincial buses from Cavite, Western Batangas, and other in-city modes of transportation. With a maximum daily capacity of 100,000 passengers, this facility will feature departure and arrival bays for buses, jeepneys, and taxis. It will also provide state-of-the-art bus reservation and online booking and many other amenities that will surely help guarantee a safe and convenient transport experience for the public. I am directing the DOTR MWM terminals to implement the necessary measures to ensure all transport vehicles will be using the PITX are roadworthy that complies with our environmental laws and proper documentation as well. With the Build program in full swing, I assure our people that the government is exerting all efforts to construct the necessary infrastructure that would sustain our country's continued development. Together, let us work hard to lay down the physical foundations of a more progressive and prosperous nation so that our countrymen will enjoy, at the very least, not a rich life, not even a bar lower than that, but at least most of them are poor, but we can assure them of a comfortable, just a comfortable life. Salamat at mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. At this point, may we request our President to remain on stage for a photo opportunity. May we call on the first batch? We would also like to ask the second batch, the DOTR officials, to please stand by. Thank you very much. At this point, may we call on the second batch, all of the DOTR officials. May we also ask the third batch, Megawide and MWM Board of Directors, to please stand by. Once again, our second batch, DOTR officials. May we ask the third batch, Megawide and MWM Board of Directors, to please stand by. Thank you so much to our DOTR officials. May we ask now our third batch, Megawide and MWM Board of Directors, to please proceed.